Greetings. Sharing another clip here. So we know, according to FBI statistics, that 98% of active shooters are men. How is this? And why is it that lately that a huge portion of these active shooters have had contact with the FBI prior to committing a shooting? And why is it that most of these people complain about harassment? They're either bullied by a relative, bullied in school. We see the same pattern over and over and over and over again. So we cannot blame 100% of this gang stalking movement to federal agencies. There are many isolated cases where people were just bullied in school. But when it reaches a point where a person's being harassed in the same exact manner in 3 states, then we have to start looking at our federal agencies. And we need to start asking ourselves, how in the world can a person document the same type of tactics being used repeatedly over and over and over again? And why are GPS tracking devices linking these people to sheriff's offices, police stations? Now, Citizens Court is not filled with a bunch of evil people. There's a lot of good people in these Citizens Court programs. And I believe that one of these days, one of these people are going to be led to expose this program. So Citizens Corps, emergency management, and their connections to the CIA and so on, DOD, SPOC, ADL, it's massive. A lot of Jewish funds. They are being paid through the federal government, not like $1 or $2 million. And these are organizations all across our country that are doing policing. The ADL, an organization which has committed espionage against the United States government. So this is going on right now, and this is what they do. Let's say you're in a gas station, and when you go into the gas station, you notice that someone goes, boom, bumps into you. The trunk, but you notice, you let it go, and say, oh, I'm sorry, but then it happens 4 or 5 times a day. And then when you start running their tags, because I wear body cams, DVR watches, and etc. When you start running the tags, and even pens, sometimes I'll have a cam pen, and you start running the tags, you're like, huh, U.S. Army, U.S. Army, U.S. Army. And then when you look and you see what the intentions are of these people, it's to harass you. That's their intention, is to harass you, to give you a hard time. Now, we know that many schools across America have adopted these anti-bully programs. And there's a reason why. Because when people are being bullied, the potential for violence is more high. Violence like shootings, stabbings, and etc. People commit suicide over this stuff. People commit mass shootings over this stuff. I mean, we live in a country where getting a gun that can shoot 400 rounds per minute is easier than buying a car. I mean, there's guns now you can buy them on the internet, kits for like $220. I mean, I don't encourage targeted individuals to go out and buy guns, but I'm letting people see just how easy it is for any human being, child, or any animal, any person that's being bashed nonstop has the potential for violence, and that's something that I'm against, is violence. So people that are harassing people covertly to orchestrate violence, in my opinion, are threats to our country. Now, Mr. Manchetta talked about an organization called the COPS program. The COPS program is something Obama supported, but he did mention, look, we can't arrest every black man. And this program is not totally evil, but you have federal agencies that network with the Department of Public Safety. A lot of racists are involved in this policing, and they get homeless people and other people involved in this. And you may have, in a day, this is no joke, literally 40, 50 people crossing your path, making their presence known. These are the tactics that they will utilize. Let's say right now, you're about to get out of your car and go into a store. But once you go to the store and you're walking down this lane, you notice that someone slams a marker. And then when you walk out of the store, someone slams a marker on the floor right in front of you again. Then it happens, let's say 5 or 6 times. So let's say every time you go for a walk, someone throws goes right in front of your face like this right here and goes like that. That wouldn't aggravate. I would probably laugh at that. They do it nonstop. Now, what gets people angry is the fact that, not that they're trying to belittle you so much, but it's the fact that you are tracking that person. And a lot of women and kids are used in these programs. These programs have the potential to get someone so angry, a good person really angry, to the point where they do something that they normally would not do if they were not pushed to that point. So we've been engineering the mass shootings I don't know how long. That's why we're the global leader. I mean, no country has more mass shootings than the land of the free. And there's a reason why. There are many social and economic factors of why we are the global leader in mass shootings. First of all, we have like a real high rate of single men, millennials, kids that can't pay their college debt, student loans. We see it in Japan. I think by 2040, I think maybe around 50 to 40, I see around 45–50% of the people there are going to be living by themselves. It's a horrible way to live. So suicides are going to be out the roof, and we're transitioning towards that, where we're going to have a lot of people aging in the next 40 years. We're going to see a total transformation of society if we keep staying on the same track, where people are going to go to work for nothing. So the people in these programs, a lot of these people are real puffed up, like, oh, I mean, a lot of these people are nobodies. Just someone learned how to drive a car and shoot a gun. That's about it. I talk to some of these people, and it's like ain'ts, gots. I'm like, where do they get these people from? From the streets? And that's the case. So recognize that these programs are not filled so much with a bunch of evil people, but people that are being told by a federal agency that you're a problem. Let's say right now I work for the U.S. Secret Service. I want to get even with you because maybe I'm a stakeholder with the Southern Poverty Law Center and the ADL, and I'm being paid maybe 10 grand to have you targeted because you're exposing stuff. And I go to the emergency management, FEMA, the police, say, hey, this guy complains, don't write a report. We don't want it coming back to our agency. Don't you think that there are laws in the books by Congress and different agencies stating that you cannot reveal information about an investigation? There was someone, an innocent person that was killed here in Texas, I believe, a while back, and the family can't access the videos because it is a crime it's illegal for them to release this information because there's still a pending investigation or something. So if they're in an investigation, they don't have to reveal anything, even when they're dead. And if you're killed in a jail, it's a misdemeanor for them to lie about it and be found later on lying about it. So the system is rigged to cover up their crimes, and they'll use medical examiners, coroners, they will lie, Freemasons and sheriffs. A tree is known by its fruit. So the people that written my life to join this Masonic order wasted their time because I'm not going to join no Masonic order. I refuse to deal with a bunch of liars. A tree is known by its fruit. A person can't be honest with their brothers or honest with others, then they cannot be true to themselves and to others. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.